Japanese New Wave. The Japanese New Wave was a period in filmmaking that lasted roughly from the late 1950s to early 1970s. Directors like Hiroshi Tashikahara, Akira Kurosawa, and Nagisa Oshima confronted Japan's culture through their film's raw aesthetic, expressiveness through narrative, and making use of innovating filming techniques such as jump cut editing, non-chronological narrative, and the use of color and lighting. Many directors were inspired by the French New Wave filmmakers like Francis Dufour and Jean-Luc Godard. These directors began creating movies that didn't adhere to the standard narrative formula. Instead of development on the plot or characters, they started concentrating on specific scenes. Many Japanese avant-garde filmmakers pushed the limits of what was accepted in filmmaking during the 1960s. The theme of these films included female independence, rape, homosexuality, social and cultural escapism, and an adventurous lifestyle that reflected the youth of Japan who felt disowned by their own culture and society. Post-war Japan was another major theme in many Japanese New Wave films. They frequently featured dissatisfied young people and other characters who struggled to find fulfillment in their life. They frequently adopted a rebellious form, especially in the light of the harsh customs of the strictly patriarchal Japanese culture of the time. Onibaba. Onibaba is the first and oldest Japanese New Wave film I watched. A horror of two women surviving their way through war by killing lost samurais for their supplies. The two lives are threatened by desire, envy, and wrath when a wounded neighbor returns from war, but an evil demon mask seals their horrible fate. Onibaba by Kento Shido is a terrifying folktale that portrays a nightmare of humankind's most primal cravings, drives, primitive emotions, and dark feminine sexuality. Along with striking visuals, both poetic and gruesome, this film is distinctive in its use of metaphors and theming. A Funeral Parade of Roses. The plot resembles the Greek play Oedipus Rex, although it's set in the 1960s queer underworld of Tokyo. A gay son stabs his mother and sleeps with his father. The Funeral Parade of Roses is one of the most captivating, unpredictable, and provoking avant-garde experiments. It has creative film editing techniques, horrifying and mesmerizing camera work, assaulting psychosexual visuals, remnants of social and cultural commentary, stunning personification, and a broken chronological narrative structure. This film is certainly unique in its editing and narrative structure. A Woman in the Dunes. A schoolteacher went exploring for insects in the desert, but he got lost. He ended up staying with a female in a nearby house, but is unable to leave due to the endless sand. This film has dreamlike visual effects and a surrealist personification of sand. By giving a sense of authority, the sand figuratively traps the main character in a valley encircled by large dunes. Throughout the movie, there are a few close-ups of B-rolls of the sand dropping and flowing like water. This is used to signify time passing like an hourglass. This use of personification, combined with an editing style, is a unique aspect of Japanese New Wave. The films of the Japanese New Wave movement shook traditional society in Japan. With their non-chronological narrative structure, personification editing style and cinematography, use of taboo theming and story, the remarkable creativity of Japanese filmmakers of this era also shocked the film industry and influenced many directors of today.